Alright. So you make the simplest. Alright, I'm forcing myself to make progress today, meaning I'm not ending stream until I get 56 to 100. I really like that cube. Alright. But yeah, I'm not ending till I get 56 to 100. Unless I stream for like, I don't know, too many hours. Then I'll end, but you know. I just haven't made any progress in so long, and I realized that I got 61 to 100 like so long ago, and I can't let that stand. Like, I don't have, I guess my reasonable goal is getting a new best from 0, but I haven't even been playing from 0 enough, and I want to do this, so yeah. I will get 56 to 100 today. New best from, or new best to 100. Damn. Embarrassing. Why am I dying a dime next week today? Stop. My hand already hurts, but too damn bad. My hand, you know. I hate those particles at the beginning of every attempt. That's like the only thing I really can't stand. And I wish I didn't have the shit particles, but I mean, I guess you can't win them all. I don't know why there's not a mega hack option to specifically remove shit particles. But there's not. Where's my mouse? Oh my god, I can't put it all the way over there. I like that I just did that, though. I like that I just did pen. I mean, I've, like, gotten so consistent at a part that I never, like... I mean, I still remember when I was practicing this level, like, kind of, on, like, not with the intention of beating it, but just because I liked the level and wanted to, like, try runs on it. And it took me, like, 1,000 or 2,000 attempts to do Penito, like, once. And the fact that now, like, I don't know, it just, it makes me feel good. I mean, even when I first started playing this on PC, like, I couldn't really do Peneto. And I mean, I'm still, like, not great at it. But I'm able to somewhat do it sometimes, kind of, you know? That's progress. I'd like to be more consistent at it than that if I'm trying to get here from 0, but, you know. My hand just doesn't feel in the game today right now, I guess. I got somebody lurking. Hello, mysterious person, whoever you are. Alright, I'm getting my ass kicked right now by Peneto. I'm gonna turn the game down just a little bit for myself. 1 second. I want to hear my clicks a little bit better. Okay. Why is that killing me? Nice. Beautiful. What the fuck was that, bruh? Looked like I slid on that. Like, it looked like that was a... I don't know what kind of black it is, but, like, that was... That was crazy. Alright, whatever. I don't know how to do that. My finger was hurting. Well, that was a quick almost 65 to 100. I just gotta lock in on failure. Get consistent here, and then I guess I'll go back to TMI. Oh my god, really? Can we not? That's so hard to do. Like, that's actually insanely hard to do. My finger is really not in the mood to tap quickly today. That's a goofy odd death. The worst part in the whole level. I've had to, like, I just got past being sick, but I still have, like, mucus stuck in the back of my, like, throat that I can't get out. Like, I don't know how to do it. It's, like, right between my nose and mouth, and it just won't go away. Alright, here we are. How much percent is this run? 44%? So it'll best my current best run by 1%. That's funny. Goofy eye death. Really? Let me take a sip of the beverage. I don't know why I do this, but like, I never take one swallow of my drink in a sip. Like, my sips are 3 swallows every time. Like, without fail, they're 3 swallows. And I don't know why. I think part of it comes from, like, just playing video games a lot. I don't want to have to take a lot of sips. Like, I want to take the minimum sips possible. So yeah, I finish my drinks quicker, but like, you know, I don't have to take 3 sips for 3 swallows. I just take 1 sip. And I look like a chipmunk for the first part of it, but, you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Is TMN my bitch today? Like, I'm actually doing the part. What are we dying at, though? Like, what is that? Dying there should get you banned from playing this level, because I just, like, really? Stop doing that. You know the rule, though. The longer you play TMN, the worse you get at it, so... Actually, no, I just made that up. That's not even, like, a thing. Nobody knows the rule but me. But it's the rule. The longer I play this part, I just slowly... My skill deteriorates. Can we not? When I first got my stereo device, I was talking with my friend, and he was like, alright, well, what button are you going to play with? And the most reasonable option to me was the right one, so that nothing is under your, like, palm. And he was like, that's literally, like, the last option you should pick. Why, motherfucker? Like, that's the best. I feel like I'm going to not be used to it when there's, like, the stereo device under my hand when I'm playing, if, like, the right button gets, you know, worn out. Wow. I haven't died of that spike in so long. Really? I gotta stop slouching so hard. Maybe I should raise my monitor just a tiny bit. I'm looking down so hard when I don't slouch. Alright, stop. Okay. I just went straight over the pillar. That's funny. Wonder how many clicks it takes for a stereo device to go bad. Like to start double clicking and stuff. The thing is, it's sensitive enough to where, like, if you're not very, like, if you click too lightly, or, like, you're not very, like, you tap and then you raise your finger up immediately, you can double, like, I was playing Eon yesterday, and I was in, like, a long-ass run. I was playing from, like, 40 or something, and I was, like, 20% in, and my run ended because I clicked in the swing copter, and it double clicked. And I don't think it was like the stereo device double clicking. I think my finger just kind of like wasn't precise enough about it that it you know, did that. But yeah, that sucked. I gotta avoid stuff like that. Bro, Eon, like, I don't, that's the thing. How hard is Eon? Like, I have no, because I wanted to work on beating it. But I think technically if I did, it would be a new hardest. Because I feel like it's gotta be harder than Deception Dive. Like, the gameplay at the end is at least, like, what, insane demon gameplay, probably? I mean, okay, it's at least, like, hard demon gameplay, probably. I don't know how hard it would be considered. Maybe not extreme demon, but... It's probably, like... hard demon. I mean, it depends on the part. Like the robot parts and stuff. Like the cube parts that are really high CPS, or I mean, kind of high CPS. Those are like I'd consider them like hard demon maybe. The other parts maybe like easy medium demon, but still like 5 minutes of that after playing for 40 minutes, or like 50 minutes actually is, you know, kind of rough. Like I can't even do 90 to 100 before doing 0 to 90, so I don't know how they do it. It's gotta be so annoying to play, like dying that far several times. Because I don't, like, no way you just flute that. Unless you do, but no, no way. That was so early, wasn't it? That sucks. I hate TMN so much. I hate that beginning. Why is that there? Like, whose idea was that? Let's not do that from 0. Like, I swear I would like this level so much more if this part was easier. This, like, I didn't know particularly that this level was like, before playing this, I'd never really played something that hard. So I didn't understand like what kind of difficult Zodiac was. I just knew it was lengthy and difficult, because I'm not going to say long and hard. And it really is just like choke point heavy, and that makes it kind of annoying to play. But also, I'm still not good enough to pass the first 40% consistently, so I don't even, like, it doesn't really matter. I knew I was dying that quick. I just felt it from like a mile away. From the second that attempt started, my destiny was just clear as day to me. I knew what was happening. I just had to let it happen to me, you know? Oh my god, man. That feels really good. I'm gonna let my friends know I did that real quick. Man, that's the most nervous I've gotten playing this level, I think, so far. My heart really got, like, crazy there. Alright, let me, as I said, let me let my friends know. Okay. Uh, man. That felt so good to do new progress, and I did that in not long. How long into the stream am I? I don't know, because I'm clicking off the stream to watch a fast food commercial. Less than half an hour in the stream, and I did it. Maybe I should try to do 46 to 100 now. I don't know if that's, pushing it, but I mean, I wanted to do it for a long time, so. I'm so glad I didn't die at the end there, by the way. Like, that would have really broken my heart. Alright, Sam, fine. Let's relax. Oh my god, man. I'm still coming down from that. I have a very clear path to Zodiac in 2 runs now, because passing TMN from 0 would have taken a lot longer than getting to TMN from 0, probably, unless I fluked it, which also seems like it wouldn't happen in any means, but, like, it just happens sometimes. Like, I just kind of pass TMN from runs, like, more so than I feel like I should. Like, if I get there from anywhere before, like, here, because when I play from tactic, I pass TMN like 5% of the time. When I play from like Yuho or earlier, I just pass it like 50% of the time somehow. I don't know how that works, but it's how it works, I guess. Okay, really? Okay, what do we do? What was that? How do you... Okay. Was that the 45-degree thing? Or like the... You know what I'm talking about? Where your wave isn't actually going 45 degrees. It's like slightly off. Let me actually change the stream title real quick too. I gotta do that. To 56 to 100. This will take like 5 seconds tops. Okay, how do I edit this? Stop, I'm not clicking that. Dog. Let me edit it. Manage videos. Okay, I guess I can't. I don't care. I'll do it later. When I need to like take a second from playing this. Stop. I like it is that wave in specific that I can't do from here. Like I don't know what it is. It's just when you're playing it from here, it just like gets buffed by like 3 or 4 steps. There's like a trigger or something that like moves that you just don't hit when you're playing from there. Stop. Letting go early is crazy. That's just one of those deaths. That's one of those deaths that like you never like you don't die at often, but every time you do, it's like, why did I do that? Like that's such a stupid, easy like mistake to not make. But I still make it. Okay. We're not going down that time. Nice. I really appreciate that I'm not dying that green orb double click today. Knock on wood. Serious knock on wood. That was so bad. I clicked so early. Oh, man. My heart was like beating there, like down. Really? Didn't feel too early at all. I find it crazy that you can get copyrighted for singing a song. Like, how does that even happen? I don't even get that. Like, what did they copy? Like, is their singing that good? I don't get how that works. Because I looked like in depth through a stream that I did where I said I got copyrighted for a song that I don't even listen to. And I know I don't remember at any point hearing a song in my friend's mic, but I remember there was a few times during it where, because he was listening to music, there was a few times during it where he like sang the lyrics for like 3 seconds, and it was a song that's in his playlist. So, like, really? He said a collection of words that's in it. Like, I don't get that, man. How does that even happen? I'm taking his stuff. I'm stealing. How dare I? Way too early. I love how like I want to show like a GD player or a non-GD player, sorry, like how precise this game is in the form of doing one completion where every click is accurate, and then doing one completion where every click is just barely enough to kill you, and having them listen to them like side by side and saying, yeah, one of them did every single click wrong, and the other did every single click right, and like every single click is like a few frames off of being right. I mean, even if they weren't a few frames off of right, even if they were what would be considered like moderately incorrect, like mistakes that you would actually make, like for example, doing this, like, or doing, can I intentionally die this? Doing like this doesn't sound like any different from like doing it successfully. That's the thing. It's so weird. Like you don't really realize how precise it is, but it's like ain't no other thing where you gotta like do shit like that for no reason. Yeah, I'd like to show some of that because it always, I don't know why it bugs me so much that they only like they think the difficult part about it is the memorization. Like they don't realize it's like when you play Stereo Madness, were you dying because you didn't know what's happening, or were you dying because you're just not good at precision? You know, it's the same thing that makes hard levels hard. So. It's like they'll also be like, oh, how do you remember all that? How do you remember every lyric to a song? Because you listen to it enough and you kind of just do. Like it's the same as this. You play it enough, you're going to memorize it if you've experienced it so many times. You're not just gonna like not be able to retain that. Because normally, I mean, songs are just a collection of like a long ass string of words, but because of the flow of it, you memorize it, and it's the same with this game. Stop. Dying at goofy eye. Goofy eye bullshit. Like, stop. I think I'm gonna move back soon. Go to Yuho. Maybe then I'll be able to pass TMN. I want to pass TMN from here like one more time. And then, yeah. I was just clicking those ores like badly timed, I guess. I'm not gonna fall asleep now. I'm playing the fun part. I feel like that's got to be part of why I like play so bad from here. Tactic was so hard when I was practicing that's on mobile. Like, I don't think I did. I think Tactic was one of the few parts that I couldn't do in one run. I don't know why. I just could not do this shit. I mean, this ship was not easy on mobile. That really made it hard. That was really weird the way I just did that. Yo, can we not though? Can we not do that? Yo, whoever's been watching my whole last stream has to be hate watching or something, because I'm not that entertaining. I know I am not that entertaining. I got like, I don't know, some person I stepped on their shoe like 7 years ago was plotting against me. They're watching my every step. That's what's happening right now. Either that or it's one of my friends who just isn't saying something for some reason. No, all my friends have lives. I know why they're watching me right now. Not to say that whoever is watching it doesn't have a life. I mean, my friends have too much of lives. They never have time for me anymore. So I'm playing Zodiac instead of something fun. I think I'm going to be having a lot of fun when I'm playing. Because my plan after beating Zodiac, I think I've said this on stream. But my plan after beating Zodiac is I'm just going to play a bunch of lower tier, like extremes, like easier stuff. Like, you know, I think the first one I want to do is Heartbeat, and then like Bloodbath, and then, you know, keep moving up a little bit. Basically everything between like Bloodbath and Sonic Wave difficulty. Like, I just want to play a bunch of levels. I really want to play Titan Complex. That level seems so fun. I did a practice run of it a few weeks ago. That level is fun. But I think that's going to improve my skill, honestly, more than playing this level. Because this level, like, it's just... I feel like when you jump to a level, in a way, you're only getting good at one level. And I mean, it does improve your skill in a lot of ways. But, like, I don't feel like Zodiac is a good level to jump to in terms of improving your skill. Because it's not precise. Like, I mean, it is precise. I've never played a level even near this precise. But, like, I don't know. Ah, man, 47 to, what was that, 78-ish or something like that. I guess I'll take that for now. Oh, man. Not a bad run. Okay, really? You just gotta know for that pink orb click. I hated that for the longest time because there's no learning really. Like you just do it over and over again, and then someday you kind of just somewhat know how to do it. It's just such a weird timing because I don't feel like there's even an indicator. You just have to feel it in your soul. It's like such a strange click. I have no clue why that didn't work. It didn't, and you have to just go along with your day. You just have to take it to the chin. I'm like, okay, yeah, nice. Because there's no like clicks with spikes and shit like that. You can see, oh, I jumped too early because I hit the final spike. I jumped too late. I hit the first spike. I don't know what the fuck that timing even is. I don't know what makes it not work and what makes it what makes it work. It's just there. It's so weird. I hate that click so much. Even if I'm consistent at it, I still hate it because it just doesn't make any... There's no semblance of, like, logic behind it. Nice. Like, I mean, I won the roll of the dice. Like, it does get semi-consistent. Why can't I not do that click? That click is, like, free. Okay, let's not die at something that's literally actually free. This pink orb is weird because it's a free timing, but you kind of want to click to the flow, like... In a way, it makes it easier, but I gotta not do that. I gotta buffer it. Not really. Yeah, you gotta make sure your ships are overlapping there. So. Some days, shock is just, like, not a problem for me. And then some days it is. Today, it's, like, in the middle, kind of. Okay, ready? I want to get a half-decent run from here before moving on. Like, I want to get a TMN, I guess. I mean, once I pass here in Yuho, it should be a straight shot at TMN, like 75% of the time. Stop doing... That's fucking not hard, man. Oh man, that's so dumb. Of course it's like when I get there from 38 that I die to some whack shit. What the fuck? Did that happen wrong? I don't know what just happened, but it looked weird. Like I wasn't even... When I'm there, I'm not like looking at my icon really, but it just in the corner of my eye, whatever happened there didn't look right. Maybe I'm just on drugs, I don't know. Let's not do that. Zodiac is like a really fun part, but the thing is it's easy enough to where you shouldn't die at it, but like kind of difficult to where you'll die at it sometimes, and it's always gonna feel annoying because it's not that hard, but it's hard enough to kill you, like here and there. Why did I do that? I'm not comfortable moving on from like Dudex or Osiris until I do the first part of Shock from a run. I need to like get the kind of transition down. Like I kind of forget how to do it when I don't play from there, and I gotta like learn again how to do it from a run, and then I'll be fine. Maybe I should learn it from here. It makes more sense. Alright, I'll take that. That's all I'm worried about. The first 4 clicks. The rest of it, I know how to do. Okay, really? Stop doing that. Stop doing dumb shit. Alright. I just want to get to Shock from here real quick. Really? Can we not? You know, I could use extra practice at drop though, at Binax. Because dying there a lot is never fun. That entire part I was just doing slightly like off. Okay, really? What was that? I tried to do it again. I can't do that. What the fuck was that I just did? I mean, I know what I did. I hit my head off the corner, but like, I don't know. What are we doing? What are we doing with that? What's that? What's the dealio? Can we not? Like, what am I... Why is that, like, T-Man now? I really do like this level, though. I just wish it was balanced a little bit better. What am I doing? I'm gonna get over that before I play from zero, because there's no way that I'm, like, wasting, like, good runs to that. Alright. Imagine doing 7 to 100. I wonder if anyone's ever, like, I wonder what the lowest to 100 somebody's done on this, because I feel like it's, like, I don't know. Stop. Let's hope today isn't a diet stupid things day. Yesterday was like the epitome of diet stupid things day. Because I was getting far consistently, but every single attempt I was dying at, like, I was making up deaths. Like, I was spawning in spikes just to die to them. Good enough. Wait. Attempt check, right quick. 28k plus 7k. What is that? 35k? I thought I had more than that. Today would be a beautiful day for a new best. Like, I would be quite the happy camper. I managed to pull that out of my hat. Alright. Attempt 1. Pissed away to... Not the stupidest of deaths, but a stupid death. That was a stupid death. I can't be too mad at it. It's something that, I mean, everyone's gonna die there, here and there. But, you know, doesn't make it less dumb. I don't know how long I've been streaming. I'm gonna check that real quick. An hour. Okay, so I'm gonna be playing from here for another hour. I got the time to do it. This level is just, it's not a level that I feel like I need to practice that much besides like 2 parts or 3 parts. Like Peneto, I could use some more practice on. TMN, definitely. And Shock, I can always get more consistent at. Like everything else, I feel like this is a level that you just need to like kind of play from zero a lot. Maybe that's my problem, is I'm not playing from zero enough. Like I practice a good amount, but this is a level that you're going to have to bang your head against a wall to beat. I feel like I'm not doing that a lot. I'll play from zero for like half an hour, 45 minutes, and then be like, oh, well, I just didn't play that good today. But it's like, this level's just kind of made to like do that. Like, you know? That click just became hard, like, yesterday. I don't know what it is, but it's just hard now. I hope I don't, like, fluke a good run. Because I think I actually might die if, like... If I was, like, if I fluked to Peneto from here, when I was, like, in the, like, parts before Peneto, I think my heart rate might reach, like, 400. Like, I don't know. I mean, just doing 56 to 100, my heart rate went pretty high. I wonder what the highest recorded heart rate ever was and why. I wonder if it was from like exercise or fear or something. Like, I don't know what causes a really high heart rate. What like what's the, I need to know the scientific reason why our hearts just start like lacking in like that. What causes that? Why does fear increase your heart rate? Like, fear seems like a made-up thing. Like a social construct or something. I don't know how to word it. But, like, it's... I mean, it makes your heart have a real biological effect. So, I mean... It exists. It's not made up. Can you edit the particles on specific things? Like, can you edit, like... whether or not certain things have particles, what their particles look like. Like, can you make a jump pad that has, like demon face particles or, like, shit like that? Stop doing that. Even though that's the first time I've done that, I think. Actually, no, I think I've done that a couple times today in practice. But let's stop doing that. That's so stupid. That's really stupid. I do that way more than I should. I really clicked that early. I didn't feel like I was doing... Like, that's the thing. I get worried about clicking it late, which I have done several times too, but like, that's... I don't know. That sucks. That really sucks. That should have been a clear shot to Shaq. Fuck, man, that sucks so much. That's so stupid. I just did those clicks without looking on him. Stop. Oh man, too early. Yeah, I finished my first Zodiac, or sorry, my first thumbnail I've ever made. I made for this level, and I did it. No, it wasn't yesterday. It was the day before yesterday, I think. And I had an idea of basically making like a Zodiac wheel, except instead of Zodiac signs, it's like different parts of the level, which I did. And then I didn't know what to put in the middle, so I just put an extreme demon face because I feel like it worked out nicely. I kind of don't want the centerpiece to be a extreme demon face, you know, but hey, that's how it worked out, I guess. And then I was like, I realized during the process of making it, I was like, well, how am I going to make the name Zodiac on it? Because I don't want to put letters over this like big centerpiece of the Zodiac wheel that I've made. And I had the idea of like the background being kind of like a sky, like with stars in it, and then having constellations spell out Zodiac. And I did it at first, but I like couldn't find a way to make them look good. And it ended up looking really stupid, like, because I was just using this like little preset image of just a white star shape, and it looked very clunky, I guess. It didn't look well made, and it didn't blend in, like having a realistic background with, you know, just stars. And I had the idea today. I was like, what if I took a PNG of a glowing star, kind of, and used those instead? And I did that, and then I was like, okay, well, maybe I should make the white, like, the lines that, you know, spelled it out thinner. And I kind of did, and I messed with the opacities and the, like, how thin they are. And then I decided to change their colors because the white didn't really look great with the blue stars. But I ended up finishing it, and it looks just, it's so good. I'm so happy with how it turned out. Because when I made it originally, I just did not like how the stars looked. Like, you know, I even made a different one using a different, like, just a font, like just writing it out with actual letters from a font. And that looked really good too, but I was very prideful of my unique idea of the letters being constellations, you know, and I wanted to stick to that. And yeah, I found a way to make it work really well. So I'm very happy about that. The only problem is I paid somebody to make me a thumbnail, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that now. I shouldn't have been talking there. I didn't have time to focus on that click. Yeah. I paid somebody. I don't know if I should just text them like, hey, you want to make me a thumbnail for a different level? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to do now. And I was thinking one of them I can use for my, like, just completion video, and the other I can use for a stream highlights video. But I'd like to include my face in a stream highlights video, just because, like, that's kind of normally how it goes. You can tell it's a stream highlight, like, personality based video more when the content creator's face is in it. Maybe I should make my face the demon face. That would be the funniest thumbnail ever. But I'm not doing that. That would be so dumb. That would be embarrassing as hell. Bowling otter out thumbnail. Those who know. Nobody knows. I mean, even if there's 100 people watching this, not a single person would know what I'm yapping about right now. But that shit, I'm not doing all that. Edit my face on the cube. What if I did that? What if I made my icon like my face? That'd be so stupid. Oh my god, I kind of want to do that, but I'm not gonna, because that takes too much work and it would just look stupid. I hate when people have, like, their icons are cutouts of realistic icons, or realistic things. I mean, it just looks dumb. Like a spam Drew. Like, why is your icon like this thing of spam? Like, I mean, I know why, but really, it's just stupid. I don't know. I've never liked, like, texture packs in games. I've always liked official, clean looks. Like, when people make, not even just with the way it appear, like, visually looks, but, like, with custom maps or things like that for games, I like making them official as possible. Like, I don't like when custom maps on Black Ops 3. I didn't even mean to do that. It happened again, the thing. With custom maps that are kind of remakes of old... Sorry, why old? Of old levels. I like when they're resemblant, if that's a word, of Chronicles remakes, because it feels official. I don't know why, but I just have such a thing for it feeling like official. That's probably not even a good thing. I should probably just do my own thing, but I don't know. Like, when it uses non-BO3 guns and doesn't have, like, the gobble gums and, you know, other stuff like that. I don't know. I'm weird about stuff. Alright, can I, like, not be trash? Stop. Dog, who is watching me? I think it's I'm actually starting to think it's a bug at this point. There's no way somebody's been watching me this whole time. You're just not saying anything. I don't have faith in myself. Maybe I should have be more ego, but I just don't feel like I'm that entertaining. Why did I see? I didn't even click, bro. Lurker, break your silence. Say something in chat. I want to know who you are. I want to know that I'm not crazy. And maybe you don't even have the audio on. Maybe you're just looking. Who does that? Who just has my... No, nobody has my stream on in the background. Who's doing that? All of my friends and stuff, they're either at work, probably, busy, or... I mean, one is in school. I don't think she's watching. Unless she is. Maybe she is. No, she would have said something in chat. Unless she's watching in school but has it muted. That would make sense. I still feel like she might have said something in chat, though. If that was the case. Yo, chat, am I mudded? Stop. I'm not focusing now. I'm worried about anonymous chatter. Sorry, anonymous non-chatter, number one. Maybe somebody opened my stream and then they just died and their phone's just laying next to them. On. That's honestly the most likely scenario right now. I'd put my money on that. What's the cause of death? That's the real question here. Stabbed to death while watching Geometry Dash stream. That's what we're dealing with here. I'm actually starving right now. I wonder if it'll let me see viewers. Maybe I click on the... I think there's got to be something I can click on or something to see my viewers. It's got to be a thing. Stop. I haven't gotten a drop in so long because I'm not focusing. This is another thing that happens. I start playing from zero and I stop focusing. So I just never get good runs. Temps go up so slow when you're playing from 0. Like, less than 50 attempts is crazy when I've been playing this for like half an hour. Why am I dying at that? I got a 33 and literally like, it was like, yeah, that's enough for today. I'm just not going to do anything else. Please? I don't want to end until I get to, what do you call that? Shock at least once. Stop dying at the dumbest fucking thing ever. I was straight flying like good too there. I don't know what happened. I threw, I guess. I don't know. Alright, non-political, but kind of political thing I'm gonna say right here. Political hate is crazy. Especially in like news. Like dog, I cannot stand watching the news because they just be like, all they do is talk shit about like the other party that they don't agree with. Like, it's just so stupid. It's so annoying. Like, I was at the gym yesterday and I'm looking at the TV in front of me and it's just like and it's not even like on a productive like way of like, well, this is why this is. It's just like they're just cracking jokes that are just meant to be like offensive and like jests at like the opinions they don't agree with. Like there's no purpose in any of it besides just intentionally kind of like being an asshole about things and like kind of shit like that. I don't get that. Like it's so childish and irritating. Like, you have, like, 40-year-old, like, men and women just kind of making a living off of being bullies. And I don't condone this from either side. It's just so stupid. Like, it's really, I don't know. I feel like I wish there was more professionalism in the world and politics. Is that a fixed hitbox that I just saw? Like, I've seen that hitbox several times, but I've never thought about that. Is that a fucking fixed hitbox just cause? Like, just cause we can? I believe that's what my eyes just witnessed. Yeah, let's do that. So today is a stupid death stream. Again. Nice. Yo, fix your posture, boy. Bro, how do I fix my posture and then immediately slide back into, like, extreme slouching? I just did it again. Whatever. My body just... It's how it's supposed to... Damn. It's how it must be. That's what I was trying to say there. I'm like semi-slouching now. I fixed it a little bit. Stop dying at dumb shit. I find it crazy that it took till 2.2 to just get basic, like, you can hide this, you can make this no touch, you can, like, why? I feel like it's crazy that it took so, like, we had to make fake spikes. Why? There's so much stuff that you could do in 2.1, but you couldn't just make a real spike. Not have a hitbox. How you're using 3D lines and fucking shading. Really? Too early. I did feel like that was a bit early. I'm trying to lock in now. Oh my god. I'm gonna be so rust. Like, there's no way that I'm passing Shaq if I get there. Just like, or even getting past the first couple of clicks. I just don't feel like it's in the cards with how long I've taken to even get there. I knew I was gonna die at the fucking stupidest thing ever. I knew wherever I died, it was gonna be something fucking dumb. Damn it. Oh my god, that's so frustrating. I was like, I felt like I was gonna die at Zodiac. Like, well, I mean, that was Zodiac. I felt like I was gonna die somewhere earlier in it. And I didn't. And I was like, oh, wait, is this actually gonna be a good attempt? No. As soon as I, like, got a little bit of confidence and optimism, as soon as I had the confidence and optimism, I was gone. That hurts. I'm getting consistent at the beginning now because I'm focusing. I'm going to continue trying to stay locked in. Dumb. Dude, I'm really like, I'm great at these dumb deaths. Like just I'm so confident in every sense that I'm going to die on the first or second. Well, I'm gonna die at one of the first clicks. When I get to shock, I'm gonna die at the cube. I feel like it's just gonna be the first click. I'm gonna jump either too early, too late, or the third click. But I wouldn't be surprised if I managed to die at the second click somehow too. The fourth click is easy. I doubt I'll die at the fourth click. But first, second, or third, if I get there, that's where I'm dying. Goofy, yeah. I still can't believe I died at the first click of Osiris. Like, again. I've died at that, like, probably nearly 10 times. Dude, it's man. I'm trying not to get frustrated, but like, it's almost like scripted how this is happening now. Like it's like I'm doing it intentionally, or like the higher being of Josh Rob Top just like cast a spell upon me that's causing me to play like ass. Dude, okay, this is the most random story. I don't know why I just thought of this. But I remember one time. So I was talking to a girl. She was my girlfriend at the time, but I was talking to her. And I was still friends with my ex, and I was open about this, and she knew. I don't think she had a problem with it. But they both liked anime. And they started, like, glazing some, like, anime character or whatever. And, dog, that shit made me so uncomfortable. Because, like, they were just, like, going a little far with it in ways. That shit pissed me off. I don't know why I just thought of that, but, yeah. I mean, the one who was my friend at the time, who I dated before, she had a tendency of, like, really getting deep into being fans of certain male characters and kind of making very uncomfortable comments about them. And I was too young. I mean, this was a while ago, so I was too young to kind of realize how, like, that's just not okay. Like, because I'd heard from several people, including, like, one of my own friends and, like, a therapist, too, that, oh, you should not care about that. That's a really stupid thing to be upset about because it's not a real person. And I'm like, okay, so your partner saying that they... like actually saying, because this happened, saying that they love a celebrity more than you, and them making like sexual like POV videos involving like fictional characters and stuff, like you're supposed to be like, oh yeah, they're just having fun. Like, I mean, it's not a real person, so I get that, but it's still very uncomfortable, and I just don't think that that's like cool or acceptable. But yeah. Fuck that therapist. And my friend, I mean, he's always had opinions that me and him were like, me and this friend, not her, the friend who said that I shouldn't care about it, we were like beefing super hard for the longest time about everything because I don't know, we just have like we just had polar opposite opinions about everything. And now, I mean, became more similar in opinions. Like we've just both moved towards each other in certain opinions. But also, I just stopped caring. Like, cool, we disagree. Like, I'm not... I learned at a point that, like, we weren't going to agree. Me and him just kind of wouldn't meet middle grounds on basically anything. So there's no point in discussing it. Like, we could discuss our side of it, but there's no point in trying to convert them, you know? It's important to recognize that in conversations, especially, like, argumentative ones. It's important to notice when they're just not going to agree with you and, you know, you figure out what to do then. Because most people just argue and don't even know what they're arguing about. Like, they're just mad at each other. Like, it just becomes an emotion thing. And I try really hard to avoid that. And it gets people, like, I've gotten people mad by that. Like, and I'm not trying to. I had my older sister accuse me of, like, intentionally trying to frustrate her by being calm in a conversation. And I was like, that's not the case at all, but I'm not just going to kind of get irritated and just start yelling at you, like, for no reason, because I'm annoyed, and, like, saying things that are just personal attacks. Like, I don't do that. I knew I jumped too early and not high enough. Well, add that to the collection of insanely stupid deaths this stream. Yeah, like, people, especially in, like, relationships, they just get into arguments because a lot of the time it's about, like, different things. Like, they have pent-up frustration over different things and kind of make situations that aren't even relative to that bigger than they actually are. And then they don't even know why they're arguing. They're just, like, upset at each other and just, like, saying shit that's, like, hurtful. I try very heavily to stay away from that. Like, I always... any conversation that I go into, I try to understand both people's purpose in engaging in the conversation, why each person is upset, and whether or not you can find a middle ground, and if you can, then how, and if you can't, then how can you move forward while maintaining respect for your difference in opinions, you know? Because sometimes, and this is another thing with relationships and compatibility, like, sometimes you have to realize that disagreeing on certain things can make or break a relationship, and I think a lot of people jump into relationships before, like, realizing those things. And I'm very, like, compatibility over effort. Let me lock in real quick. Like, not that you shouldn't have to put effort into a relationship, because they're all going to take effort and they're all going to be difficult at times, regardless. But I think that, like, effort shouldn't be a compensation for lack of compatibility. Like, people will just kind of be physically attracted to someone and kind of like enjoy their personality, and before understanding how each other like manage their relationships in terms of how much they want to be like how much they want to spend time with each other, how kind of like romantically inclined they are conversationally, like how lovey-dovey or chill they are about things, how much you should be sacrificing for them, how much you should be prioritizing them over other things, how much you want to be physically active, if you know what I'm saying. All those things, like, they just kind of will meet somebody that they're like attracted to physically and in terms of kind of talking to, but they don't actually learn enough about like whether or not they're actually compatible in ways that matter. And relationships are more than friendships. It's not just about liking how they talk and liking having conversations with them. Relationships are so much more than that. Like, you have to be capable of like getting along in situations where other people won't have to face, you know? You don't have to deal with like certain issues with your friends and stuff. With a relationship you do. But people treat relationships in the same way they treat friendships, in terms of like picking who they are. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of yapping at this point. It's just a topic that I'm passionate about. And another, thing that makes it difficult is a lot of the time you just kind of are blinded by your feelings for one person, and by the time you realize you're not compatible, it's too late. I had this one ex, and man, I love this girl to death, you know, but like, I just don't think we were compatible. I feel a lot of the time that she didn't even like me, but I feel like common sense in certain ways makes me go against that, because I just feel like with how long me and her were talking on and off and like engaging in more than friends activities, like talking to each other in a certain way and like FaceTiming to sleep and all that shit, like, obviously she liked me to some extent, but I just don't feel like me and her were at all compatible when it comes to how much we wanted to spend time with each other. I think she was a lot more independent, and she just didn't really want to call me that often. And I get that to an extent, like she was working and in school. But like, she just didn't really want to ever talk to me that much, you know? And I always wanted to. And I didn't really have obligations at that time, and I was lonely. And that made it different for me, because when I'm busy and stuff, I'm a lot more okay with being alone. When I work a lot, I'm okay with being alone. But like, when I'm not busy, I just get lonely and bored. And so to an extent, I get her perspective now, but that doesn't mean that I share that perspective. And that's the point where you kind of have to look at a relationship from a distance and say, well, is this actually worth it, even though I have these feelings? And there was other reasons that made me and her not work out, like the chronic lying problem, which, you know, for most people that's kind of a deal breaker, but you get in situations where, once again, I said, you kind of feel strongly about someone and you excuse things that shouldn't be excused. You know, and that was something that just kind of made things for me and her not work too. But like, yeah, I point of this whole yap session that I'm just talking to talk, because that's how you be a streamer, is people just don't care about compatibility enough, you know? People like are like, you have to communicate in relationships, which yes, very much you do. But if you have to communicate about every little thing because you're never aligning with the way you live your life and the way you manage a relationship, then maybe you're just not compatible, you know? And as I said, every relationship is going to have to communicate things, but like, effort can't be compensation for incompatibility. You have to be compatible. And I mean, I've had this problem for a long time where I'll meet somebody that I'm physically attracted to, and that I mean, it's basically the exact thing I just said, except I realize it, like, actually, before it's too late. Sometimes later than I'd like to, but I still realize it. But I'll meet somebody, and this happened 2 times within the past few months. I'll meet somebody, I'll be physically attracted to them, I'll like talking to them and click with them to some extent. But along the way, by the time they're attached, and I'll be attached too, but I'll break things off because I just don't feel like things would work in the long run. And they tend to not get that, because I think modern media has really romanticized unhealthy relationships. Like the movie The Notebook. I watched that. Me and a girl I was talking to, she had me watch it with her. And it was a good movie, right? So when I'm about to say something to critique on the movie, it's a good movie, but it is the epitome of romanticizing toxic relationship behaviors and toxicity. And I just feel like most TV media, it's all like about like, oh, we struggle and go through this effort and we fight, but it works out in the end. And people kind of are like taught that it's supposed to be toxic and you just have to work through it. But like it's really not. Like that's not the case at all. That's not a healthy perspective on relationships. That's not how it should work. You know, like, I don't know. That's just normally how it ends up going, it seems like to me. Because people think relationships are like the movies. They're not at all. So, I mean, yeah, it's very jarring to most people the way that I am, because I realize that. And I'll talk to them for a little bit. And then eventually I'm like, listen, like, I don't think this is going to work out. And they're like, well, are you not attracted to me? No, I'm attracted to you. Are you, like, interested in someone else? No, I'm not talking to anyone else. You know, did I do something wrong? No, not particularly. It's hard to grasp that, like, I look at things very long run oriented and kind of realize pretty early whether or not I think me and that person in the long run would work, you know? I also think, though, a lot of people go into a talking stage less seriously than I do. Because they start out just kind of looking for somebody that they like talking to, and then they go with it. They'll keep going with that until it bites them in the ass. From the second I meet somebody that I plan on having any sort of relationship with, I'm being kind of attentive to, like, whether or not it's working. Not just like, oh, I like talking to them, let me not think about this further. Like, I'm very deeply the whole time thinking about, like, okay, if this happens in the future, what's going to happen? Like, how is this going to be managed between me and this person? And a lot of the time, the answer is that it's not going to be pretty, you know? And that's why, you know, I don't get in relationships often, because I kind of stop them before that happens. Like, I pull the brakes before I'm in an argument with them about some dumb shit, because I know it'll happen. That's the polar opposite of the way I used to be. I remember when I was younger, I was talking to a girl. I was like 14 at the time. She was a bit older than me. I think like she was like maybe a year and a half older than me or something. Anyway, she had a lot more relationship experience than I did, and not that she was experienced at all, but she had done things, is what I mean. Not to say that she was logical or knowledgeable about anything, because she was not. But I remember when she told me, and I think this was her way of just saying she didn't want to be with me, but not like saying it in a way that would be hurtful. But I think she just kind of told me that she was not monogamous and did not want to be in a like monogamous relationship. And I was so desperate and down bad, not for her, but just for a relationship, that like me, who is an insanely monogamous person and is no judgment to anyone else in their decisions, but I am very against any sort of third party or lack of, one-on-one. And I was willing to put that aside because I was so desperate to be in a relationship with this girl. Just be in a relationship in general. So she told me this, and I was like, okay, well, I need to think about things, and I think we can work this out and this and that. I don't even think she was polyamorous, because I'm pretty sure she was in like a monogamous relationship after that. That's besides the point. The point is, like, I used to really just kind of put anything aside to make things work. And I'm still desperate to get in a relationship, I guess. Not so much anymore, because recently I made the decision that, like, I'm stepping out of the game for a while. Because, for a bunch of reasons. But, like, up until recently, when I was still kind of trying to meet people, very quickly I would kind of realize, like, all right, me and this person don't really align on these things that might seem small, but down the line I know it'll bite us in the ass, so I'm done. I'm not gonna continue, like, not that they're wrong for how they are, but, a relationship wouldn't work. I also think for a long time I've kind of tried to use relationships, and I've realized this now, and this is why another reason why they don't work for me a lot, is I've used relationships for an excuse as attention, or as an excuse for attention. And then when we get closer, I realize that, like, maybe I didn't see them that way, or maybe I didn't want to be in a relationship that bad. I just wanted to talk to somebody, and it seems like the only way I can get somebody to want to talk to me on a consistent basis is if I'm calling them my girlfriend. And I don't want to do that. I don't think I want to do that right now. I just want friends who have the time and effort to talk to me, Because I've been lonely for a long time. I don't talk to many people. I want to, and I have friends, but they're busy, and I want to talk to them a lot more than they want to talk to me, And that, in a way, makes me not talk to them as much, because I kind of feel bad and embarrassed and dumb about that. That, like, I'm so much more desperate for their attention than they are mine. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm getting better at balancing it and being able to not band-aid fix problems with improper solutions. My solution to being lonely should not be finding a partner. My solution to being lonely should be making friends. And why? Because friends don't require as much management as partners do. Because you don't have one of them, and you don't rely on each other for things. You know what I mean? Like, and so, you do. I think what I'm saying would be understood. My phone just vibrate. No, it didn't. How long have I been streaming? 2 hours. I've done nothing today. All right, final stretch. I'm gonna try to lock it again. Stop. Ah, man, that's dumb. I haven't died there in so long. I never died of that click. But I don't know how to fix this. Like, this plague of dying at really dumb things that aren't difficult. I'm just dying at them. Alright, I want to get to Dudex, I guess, one more time. Or, I mean, at least pass by an X. Oh my god, what a fucking dumb death. Yeah, I guess that's it. I mean, I kind of played good today. I got a new best. From a 200. It just sucks that I did nothing besides that, you know, like, I don't know. I just want to fucking make progress again. I mean, I need to just play longer, you know, like, I'm not playing long enough, but I just get so frustrated because I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm not getting anywhere. I should probably keep playing. I want to end, but what's that gonna do for me right now? What am I gonna do? Let me pick what I want to do after ending first. Like, what is it to do? Okay, I'm gonna talk about something, and the only reason I'm gonna talk about this is because I know nobody's gonna see it. Besides one person in chat who's been here the whole time, which at this point I'm convinced is a bug. So my plan after beating this is, and I'm gonna like do an announcement and everything for it, because I'm assuming after I beat Zodiac, it'll get a couple views. You know what I mean? Like, I think beating Zodiac now enough is enough to get like a few views. You know. After that, I'm going to do my next thing. Which is, so last year I did this 10-week challenge is what I called it, where from, I don't know when I started. I think I started in mid-August. From mid-August to late October, or mid-October, I think. What the fuck? Sorry. What did I do? I did this challenge where, so I'm a big Call of Duty Zombies player, right? And I did this challenge where I picked 10 different maps that I kept secret. And I did this with an audience of one being, I guess there's a few people. It was my friends. Two of my friends. And the girl I was talking to at the time. Because she was kind of on board with watching it and everything. And basically, I had 10 weeks to get 10 round 100s. But each week was like its own deadline. So like I had to submit them at the end of each week. And I had to have one done by the end of each week for 10 weeks. And I set it up in a way where like the final one was, you know, the hardest and the most exciting kind of. And, you know, I spread them out kind of evenly. I'm going to lock in now. What the fuck was that? I don't even know what happened. What the fuck was that? I'm gonna need to watch that in slow motion because I have no fucking clue what just occurred. Playback speed, 0.5. I still don't know what happened. Dog, I'm so confused. Alright, let me specifically watch the cube. What the fuck was that? I have no clue. I'm lost. Let me play that normally and make sure. Like, what is supposed to happen there? Because I don't even know. What just happened didn't look wrong, but I died to it. So what is supposed to happen? Am I supposed to hit those pink pads? Dog, that's what. How did I do that? I buffered. I swear I buffered. What the fuck was that? I just went through it so wrong somehow that, like, I fucking frame perfect jumped over those pads. Dog. That is the world record stupidest death ever. I'm just saying. Like, nobody's ever died to that ever. Nobody has ever died to that in Zodiac. I'm willing to, like, put money on that. Nobody's ever died to that. I'm the first person. That is the stupidest thing ever. Dumbass. Oh my god. Viewer finally left. What the fuck? I'm alone now. Whoever was watching this whole time, bro. Konnichiwa, how's... Rah. One more drop attempt. And I'll end. One more drop attempt. Ignore me and me dealing with my post-sickness. You know what? I'm gonna call it. I hope Bro's using any mic on. You capper. Cab! Alright, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be here tomorrow. Later.